Hi viewers, my dear students, how are you? In my first video, we have discussed about the improvement in food resources part 1. Today, about the food resources, I will cover whole plant crops, that is all the food resources which are associated with plant, their management, their breeding, then crop production, manure, fertilizer, cropping pattern, weed control, plant diseases, storage, about these things. If you like my video, please subscribe and follow my channel, and you come to join my own website, whose link I will give in the description. You please see in my description. Now I am giving a quick preview. So please see the whole video, and after seeing, I hope this is a elaborate chapter. In the school, in the institute also it is not explaining nicely. I will show you each and every point very nicely, and everything you will see in my slides, whichever I prepared for you for seeing and viewing, and try to remember. You just pause the video and try to remember, and if possible you may write in your copy, and several times you will see, then it will be very easy for you to remember, and no need to study more. Just only by viewing this video about this chapter you will be clear. Then let's start and see the slides, and I will explain with the slides. Okay. So crop variety improvement. So to improve our crop varieties, we need a number of processes. The processes which we will discuss. First is plant breeding. Plant breeding, the main objectives. Objective means aims. What is our aim for plant breeding? That is, we have to get higher yields. Try to remember, main aim is higher yield. That means the quality must be more than the earlier. Therefore, we perform breeding. Breeding means we will breed two different varieties and we will get a new variety, and the quality will be better. That is the second point. You see the better quality, new variety, disease and insect resistance. Insect must not attack the plants, then only we can get high production, and high production is required for the welfare and benefit of the farmers, at the same time to feed the so many numbers of people. Then the method of plant breeding. Method is, that is selection. First of all, selection. Selection, that means we will select two varieties. One variety will possess more and more production, but that variety may possess disease, and that variety may instantly attacked by diseases. Another variety we will take, that is which is more vigorous, its growth is very high but production may be less. We will select like these two plants and we will perform hybridization or breeding, and then we will get the hybrid figure, which is another term is heterosis. Hybrid figure, the new plant which will grow, that plant will be more resistant to disease in one hand, and another hand it will produce huge amount of production also more, and vigor also good. That is vigor also good, that is it insect also cannot attack the particular plant. Next topic, number 2 topic is a crop production management. After producing crop, how will manage it? That means how we will start management. So first of all, the management, that is nutrient management. How to manage the nutrition? Nutrients are subdivided into 2 groups, macronutrient and micronutrient. Macronutrient, that is which required for the plant in high quantity, and micronutrient means the plant which required in very less quantity. So macronutrient is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium and sulfur. You try to remember these 6 nutrients, which is very important. Main thing is that NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These 3 nutrients required for plant is maximum. The fertilizers which possess these 3 constituents are termed as the standard nutrient or standard fertilizer. Calcium, magnesium and sulfur also required in high amount. Next is micronutrient. Micronutrient, that means they required for the plant for very less amount. These are like iron, magnesium, copper, zinc, boron, molybdenum and chlorine. You try to write in your copy, these are the micronutrient. You may pause the video and then you may write the names of the micronutrient and macronutrient. Then the manure and fertilizer. Manure means which are provided by natural, and fertilizers are man-made. Fertilizers are used for specific nutrients, but manures are not specific, they are used bulky and they increase the fertility of the soil. They are generalized, they are not specific. So about the manures, farm yard manure. This is the manure which we are producing in our farms, and by the dead and decomposed organic matter like leaf, branches and cow dung, these are together forming the farmyard manure. This is the compost manure. How compost manure is prepared? You see there are several layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers are there. Like this we will dug a pit in the garden, and first layer we will give some bricks or some stones, and then we will keep some dead leaves and some branches and any organic matter, and then we will give one layer of mud. Again we will give dead and organic matters, that means left out food materials, left out our vegetables, everything will collect and we will give one layer, and then we will give another layer of soil. Like this, the upper layer we will give mud and we will give sometimes water. After 3 to 4 months we will collect the compost manure. This is very good manure used by the farmers for their production of crops. Next is green manure. Green manure is certain plants which has maximum growth. They grow in huge like cluster bean, they grow maximum cowpea. So these plants generally farmers grow, and after growing 15 to 20 days or maybe 30 days, after 30 days they are growing in very high amount. and then they are plowed nicely, and after plowing they are mixing with the soil, and then after decaying they provide nutrition to the field. Next is biofertilizer. Biofertilizer is the fertilizer which is given by mainly leguminous plants like pea, gram, mainly pea plants. Pea plants when grown in the field, and this pea plant, the roots of pea plants possess rhizobium. Rhizobium gives nitrogen to the soil. Next year the soil is very good and very nutritious with nitrogen. So, rhizobium is used as a biofertilizer. ANABAENA is a blue green algae. Now they are classified under cyanobacteria. Some characteristics of bacteria are mixed up with them and they are prokaryotic. They are called ANABAENA, and this is blue green algae, gives nitrogen to the soil and very nutrition to the soil. Nostoc is also blue green algae. Earlier it was told blue green algae, now it is termed as the cyanobacter or cyanobacteria. Next is irrigation. Irrigation is, that is, supplying of water to the soil for proper growth of the plants. So, there are different types of irrigations. You just see, this is the canal irrigation. So, canal irrigation, some canals are made from the water reservoir. You see some canals are there, small outlets are there. These outlets supplying water in the whole field in proper way and in a regulated way. That means each and every plant should get proper water. So, try to see the diagrams and the pictures which will help you to remember all the criteria. You see, this is another plate or slide for the canal irrigation. Next, dug oil. Dug oil, it is the conventional oil from where water used to take manually, and this water used to irrigate in the field for getting proper nutrition and proper watering to the plants. This is machine operated tube well. This tube well is giving water to the farmlands and to the whole field. Naturally, the water requirement for the plant is highest for their proper growth. This is, you see, this is done by manually to take water from the river. So, this is called river lift system. In the village where there is no electricity, they are using this river lift system. This is the river valley system, that is where river is going, small tunnels and small reservoirs are prepared and some small canals they used to prepare, and water will flow from river, and that is the called river valley system. Drip and sprinkler irrigation. This is drip and sprinkler. This is done generally mostly in our tea gardens and some paddy fields also. Here you see the water are coming to the field in the droplet stage. That is just like rain. This is, you may tell, as the artificial rain, and water is going to each and every leaves in equal amounts. So, this is very good and adaptive way for irrigation. Water augmentation, that is management of water. So, rainwater harvesting, you just see this is the conventional rainwater harvesting, that means we can get water for irrigation. You just see rainwater harvesting, a model, working model has done by students, how to harvest the water. This is the water shed management. You see so much water is flowing through different zones and different regions, and from here irrigation can be performed. Now the most important topic is cropping pattern. How we will do the cropping? You see this is mixed cropping. Different types of food materials and different types of plants need different types of nutrition. Like some plants need nitrogen, some plants need phosphorus, some plants need potassium. So if we mix the plants in any situation or in any pattern, we are mixing the plant and we are growing in the field, it will give us good production. Some plants will take nitrogen, some plants will take phosphorus, some will take potassium ultimately, and their harvest period is also different. Some plants may be harvested after 30 days, that is will repeat after 30 days, someone will repeat after 40 days or after 50 days. Whenever one crop will harvest, that is will collect one particular plants of a particular crop, then another crop will get enough space will be moved and they can grow nicely. This is another slide of mixed cropping. You see farmers are growing mixed different types of crops in the single field to get more production. More slides for getting, you see their harvest period is different, the growth of different types of plants is different. The larger one is collected first and then the smaller one. These are a number of practices are performed in India for different types of mixed cropping. Now the next is the intercropping. Intercropping, that is you see in proper rows. In one row they are growing one crop, another row they are growing another crop. Therefore the proper nutrition can be get by all the plants. So here it is written about the different varieties, which variety are growing. So you see maize plants, they are growing in pigeon peas. So maize plant, they need one type of nutrition, another larger variety they need another type of nutrition. This is also another slide. So just you see, so proper growth of the plants you can see. Next is a crop rotation. Crop rotation means year after year or season after season. If one season we will grow like pea, another season we can grow potato, and next season again we can grow maize, and again we can grow the pea. Like this, if we will interchange the crops, then the production will be high. That is called the crop rotation. You just see the different types of crops are growing in different seasons, and again we will rotate after 3 or after 4 years. Every 4 years the same plant we are growing. Next, weed control. Weed means unwanted plants for a particular area. A particular area which plant is unwanted, we have to remove it. Remember, weed is not unwanted for in general. For example, if a mango tree is growing in paddy field, the middle of the paddy field, then we have to remove it. Mango sapling, then mango tree or mango plant or mango sapling, that is also counted as the weed. If some rice plants are growing in potato field, 1 or 2 rice plants, rice saplings are coming, we cannot grow rice there because that is potato field. Then we have to remove the rice plant, and then rice plant is also counted as the weed plant. So, weed, the proper definition of weed, you may get everything in my course material about the in writing and in PDF forms. Now only I am giving the videos. So, these are called mainly weeds. So, weeding is done mainly by removal by hands if just field is small, or number 2 is removal by instruments like khurpa and other things, and mainly in larger fields removal by chemicals. The chemicals most used is 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. This is used maximum, and 4-chloro-2-methyl-phenoxyacetic acid is called MCPA, that is also used, but maximum used is 2,4-D. It is also called selective weedicide. Then is butachlor, etc. Different types of weedicides are used to kill the weeds. Insect pest. So, insect pest, some insects are there which disturb and destroy our crops. These are yellow stem borer, rice weevil, pulse beetle, moth, etc. Types of pesticides. Pesticides, fungicides which kill fungi, weedicides which kill weeds, insecticides which kill insects, nematocides which kills nematodes. Rodenticides are the plants, that means the chemicals which kill rodents, means rats. Next we will discuss about the plant diseases. Plant diseases mainly is mildew, rust, smut, white blister, scab, necrosis, blight, damping of wilt, etc. Now I am showing some slides for mildew. You see, it is called the powdery mildew. This is another slide of powdery mildew. It destroys the crops. Next, this is the rust. Rust disease is performed by fungi. Smut disease. This is the blister. You see, this is blister we are seen in cauliflower and broccoli. This is scab disease, that is some portions are destroyed by some types of fungi. Necrosis, that means rotting of particular area and destroys the leaves, at the same time destroying the production. This is the blight disease, late blight disease. Then blight, that means some rotting of certain areas which destroys and disturb our production. This is the wilt disease. You see, wilt disease, that means cramping of the leaves, and these things are getting in tomato. Ultimately, tomato production are decreasing. Next, storage of grains. How we are storing the grains? After harvesting, we have to store the grains. So, gunny bags which are commonly found in our, you see, this is gunny bags commonly found to store rice and other materials. This is what air can enter to the bags, and insect and pest cannot disturb the gunny bags. Ultimately, you see, these are huge storage of the gunny bags by which we can store our food materials. These are the grain silos. Huge dumps are done in the silos for the future use. This is another grain silos which is the main, which is implanted in the crop field. So, you have seen probably there is no problem or no confusion, and in my next video I will explain about the animal husbandry, because we cannot make large videos. It is already on 25 minutes video and we cannot upload more. If any confusion, then you please write in my box, in the comment box, and if you please see the reviews and please subscribe. Thank you. All the best.